is the molecule PF2Cl3 polar or nonpolar? The two fluorine, CF2, the two fluorine atoms are in the axial positions of a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Since the molecular geometry is already given and also told, in the text here, we are also told the exact position of the two fluorine atoms. So we don't need to figure out the valence electrons and so on and so forth, then to draw the Lewis structure. So now we can just directly draw the trigonal bipyramidal geometry, okay? So for this molecule. And then we have two fluorine atoms are in the axial positions. You see 180 degrees axial positions. Then the other three chlorine molecule atoms, of course, obviously, they will be in the equatorial positions. So chlorine, chlorine, chlorine. So you have to use your imagination, try to see this as a three-dimensional. You see those are three chlorine. So they are in one plane. It's a horizontal plane, all right? And then this axis is a vertical. So therefore, the bond angle here, that's 90 degrees. The axial and the equatorial, those bonds angle, that's 90 degrees. So it's here. But the bonds between the equatorial, the three equatorial, that's a horizontal plane. If you could imagine that, that should be 360 divided by 3, 120 degrees each. 120, 120, 120. Okay? Okay. Now we know the electronegativity of fluorine is much higher than the phosphorus. So therefore, the bond itself is a polar bond. All right? So goes this way. And here goes this way. But since this 180 degrees, so they go to the different direction, and the magnitude is the same. Both are PF bonds, so they cancel each other. So therefore, along the axis, this direction, there's no polarity there, okay? Then let's look at the equatorial, the horizontal plane. So look at those are three Cl bonds. Of course, chlorine, again, is more electronegative than phosphorus. So then for each bond here should be polar bonds. Okay? All right? But since they are 120 degrees apart each, then the net dipole is 0 because they're all canceled. All right? So therefore, there's also no dipole in the horizontal plane, in the Cl, P, Cl, Cl in this plane. And we already talked about in the vertical plane, so the axial positions, the dipole, two dipoles also cancel each other. So therefore, the entire molecule is nonpolar.